each other, and sometimes using language that is intemperate. Patience is being tested. Some of these things are done by government so that we can fight amongst ourselves. We must refuse to walk down that. We as Jubilee are going to refuse to walk down that path. We will work together to ensuring that unity prevails, to ensure stay together and move forward to deliver this country challenges it now faces. The worst, the crime and insecurity initiated, supported by elements of government. Finally, before I finish, you wonderful people in the press, I want you to check this on your own. Over the years, when we were in government, we always periodically did a mop-up of small arms in the wrong hands because of where we find ourselves as a country. We have porous borders around us, and we have conflict virtually in every one of our neighborhoods. And because of that, we sustained that practice of mopping small arms and burning them every so often. What is harrowing to me, even with the knowledge I have on how the security sector operates, there were armed people in that Homa Bay meeting, some of them shooting. Nobody knows whether they are actually people from the disciplined groups. My sense and suspicion is that there are far too many small arms in the wrong hands in the country, which is now fueling up the confidence of criminals and criminal activity. Now, how do we go to an election in that kind of environment? I don't want to say we're asking the government. This is common sense. It's something they know they ought to do. It's something they know they ought to do. And if they are not doing it, they are not doing it deliberately because they have an end they want to achieve. I cannot imagine how, with the kind of security resources we have in the country and the kind of infrastructure we have, we could see the violence in the scale of what we saw in Homa Bay. For 2 days, a rural county in Kenya is actually under the spell and control of criminals. For 2 days. And we behave as if this is normal. I have done my duty as a leader on behalf of my colleagues. I have pointed out to the country and I have warned that we have begun our final descension into chaos and anarchy in this country. The question is, what are we going to do as a people? My suggestion is we will have to sit down, consult all actors and choose which path we are going to follow. Because we are beyond that idea of saying we condemn what happened yesterday. We are beyond condemnation. That's what we do every time. And they know, I want to tell fellow Kenyans, people know that I usually speak bluntly this way. Let's stop this pretense. You know, we are not dealing with a normal situation now in the country. We are not. Where? When you see those kinds of things happening, and who will tell me? Who? The county commissioner or the regional commissioner to tell me that that kind of stuff would happen in your area of jurisdiction and you don't have backing from your bosses to witness that kind of nonsense going on there, where citizens are being hurt and being maimed because of politics in broad daylight? The government has chosen that. That's why it's happening. And the deployment of resources, you can see clearly this was very well choreographed, it was very well planned. You don't have to be you can tell the amount of resources being involved, the level of mobilization. The leaders in that area who are organizing that had been swearing all week. And no one is arrested these days, no one is charged in a court of law with that kind of violence. The level of impunity has gone to new levels. And so the question you ask is, do you actually believe that you can continue doing that in this country for the next 11 months and hope that there will be a country after that? The greatest question to Kenyans today and always is, which way Kenya? Are we going to allow our country to burn? Because it's clear, we have begun that path. Or are we going to allow our country to be destroyed? We must answer that question with a resounding no and follow it up with action. The action is we will sit together and figure out what legal way do we go forward, what do we do. All of us who are interested in the stability of the country, political power and all these things are secondary to the lives of our people, to the stability of our nation. Kenya is much more important than any one of us. This is something we have to think and act about.